Hi there, my name's Suzanne Wild. I've written a book on stretching and I've written a book on self-development, and I'd like to give you just a little bit of insight into ways that you can make yourself feel better at home. We're going to go through a few different things just to let you know don't push through any pain, and if you need to see a doctor, obviously do that, but if you're feeling pretty fit and healthy, let's go ahead and see if we can change our state. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to have a move around of your body. So you can get up if you like, you can have a shake out, you can move your body in different ways, any way that you want to, just to get rid of some superficial tension. It feels quite good actually. Also at any point, if you want to do a bit more, just go ahead and pause the video and do a little bit more. The next thing we're going to do is stretch like we're yawning, so we're not going to go right to the end and hold it. We're going to engage our muscles, tense them, and have a strong, satisfying stretch. And you can do that with your lower body as well. I can't quite fit it in the screen at the moment, but if you want to stand up and tense your legs and move around in different ways, notice that I'm not doing it in a jerky way, I'm doing it in a strong and satisfying way. That also has the effect of telling our nervous system there's nothing to worry about right now. Have a big yawn. Really relax into your body and have a move around. When you've had enough of that, we can go on to the next part, which is just getting rid of a little bit deeper tension in the body. So we're going to do some gentle or not so gentle self-massage depending on your tolerance. You can actually put your hand around the back of your neck like this and squeeze the muscles on either side, and you can gently look from left to right while you do it. And you can also work your way down your shoulders. So probably the easiest way is to take your opposite hand and put it on the other shoulder. Now one thing I like to do is make a hook with my hand, so I'm pushing into the belly of the muscle, but I'm also not having to push very hard because I can just make my hand quite solid, then I can hang it. So I'm going to push into the muscle, I'm going to use the weight of my arm to push down on that spot, and then I'm going to move around while I hold on to it. This is a kind of easier way of massaging because you're still getting that movement, but you don't have to get it all from your one hand that's doing the massaging. You can use your body moving around to do the massage for you. So that's a really nice way of self-massaging. Well, that side feels a lot better. I'm going to do the other side for a bit while I talk. So what we're doing is we're taking out some of the tension from the body just to sort of calm you down and feel more grounded and feel more present, because I don't know about you, but when I get worried and I go up in my head, I lose all connection to my body. So now I'm feeling a little bit more grounded and present and connected to my body too, which feels quite nice actually. But we're going to go into it even more and now start to release some of the emotional tension that we've been carrying around. So like I say, if you wanted to do more self-massage, just go ahead and pause the video, because now we're going to move on to the loud sigh. And this is an exercise I made up for my clients when I saw that they were holding emotions in specific areas of their body or just in general. So I have worked on people quite a lot with stretching. They come in with very tense bodies. Part of the tension is a sort of tension in their nervous system in general, which is more related to stress rather than like a car accident or a physical imbalance. So what I'd like you to go ahead and do is try a sigh. Now there's a couple of ground rules for it. One, I recommend not making eye contact while you do it because emotions are contagious, and I'm not even going to look at the camera while I do it. The other one is don't purse your lips like this, because that's when you're controlling emotion. The other one is if you can have like an open jaw, an open mouth like that, that's really good for you, because that just lets the emotion flow out. And the other one is maybe try not to have a preconception about what it should sound like. So, is how it sounded when I sighed like that, but if I was feeling slightly different emotionally and I did exactly the same thing, it would sound different, because the tension in my body is creating a certain shape which creates a certain sound. So all that means is just take a deep breath in, sigh out the way that feels right at the moment. Don't try and curate the sound, just let it all out. Have a couple of goes now. Like that. It might sound odd to do it especially if you're British and you're not used to making a lot of sound. Or if you are used to making a lot of sound, but you're not used to making like an uncontrolled sound. So now that you've tried that, let's add another dimension. So, there you go. That's the sigh and movement. You can tense your body and move just like when you're yawning, but you can add a sigh to that. So just go ahead and have a couple of moves. It doesn't have to look like anything particular. It can be in different ways. You can move your arms and your legs. You can pause the video if you want to do it for a bit longer. Again, try not to make eye contact. Try not to worry your neighbours too much. Or do, depends what your relationship is like. Really good. The other thing that you can do to start moving through this tension out of your body is to find a sore spot. So let's say you're self-massaging and you notice this muscle is really sore and it's still sore, it hasn't really given up. What you can do is you can put your attention there and you can sigh from there. Now I know obviously your lungs aren't in there, but when you put your attention there you can sigh out, and the intention is to release emotion from that area. So just pay attention to that one spot, hold it with your fingers quite firmly, breathe in and sigh out from there like this. If possible, go all the way to the end of the sigh. If you find yourself stopping prematurely, quite often it usually means there's somewhere that you don't want to go emotionally, which is fine as well if you're taking care of yourself in that way. But if you can go all the way to the end, even if it's trailing off, it tends to be really good for you. So you've done really well. You've done several different techniques that I do with my clients, often spread out in a whole big session. If you want to revisit them, I'm just going to put the points up on the screen so you can remember what they were. And there's other things that you can do to feel even better as well. You can write in your diary or journal. You can do movement like dance or just moving the way you want to. You can stretch. If you're going outside, you can go for a run or just get out in the sunshine. You can even do self-expression like letter writing. You can connect to friends and family. You can play games. And there's lots of things like that that you can do. If you did like this video, please hit subscribe and you'll be notified when I make more self-development videos. And thanks for watching, and I really hope that you get a lot of benefit out of this.